Bryce Mitchell thanks Josh Emmett for not throwing any follow-up shots after knocking him out at UFC 296. Bryce reveals he doesn't remember anything until he was put in the gurney.
Hey y'all, I just watched the fight back and I wanted to give y'all my basically live reaction to it. My first thoughts were that was an incredibly hard knockout, and I'm really lucky I didn't get hurt any worse because my head's not hurting. I feel just fine. I'm right back to work. This is that barn that I was working on when I took the fight. You can see, got a lot of work left to do, but that's what I'm up to, okay? But I want to let y'all know that I'm so happy with Josh Emmett because right after he knocked me out, he could have followed up with the hammer fist and it probably would have killed me. And he didn't even follow up with anything. He was just happy with his knockout and he walked away. And I'm so gracious for that. I will forever remember that. And I love that whole team, that alpha male team. I love every single one of you guys. And thank you for not hitting me extra, Josh. It takes more of a man to actually do that. Everybody thinks you're more manly if you hit them after they go down. It's actually you're more manly if you walk away and care about that person. Thank you so much, Josh. And also, too, I want to thank Joe Rogan. God bless you, Joe Rogan. Thank you so much for what you said after that fight. You took command on that microphone and you said, do not let Mitchell stand. And you were absolutely right, Joe. I was totally out of it. I can't remember anything actually until they sat me down in that gurney in the back of the ambulance. So everything where it appears is that I wake up and I'm talking to Dana and talking to everybody. I don't remember none of that. That's not even me there. That's like blackout drunk. Like I can't remember nothing. And it's actually worse than that because at least if you're drinking, you kind of have a memory of what happened. But anyways, I'm just so glad that they sat me down in that gurney and they got me out of there. They escorted me out of there. They had hands up under my armpits the whole time because they could see that I couldn't walk good. So thank you, the UFC, for how you handled that. And thank you, Joe Rogan, for being the one who stepped up on the microphone and making sure that it was known that I needed medical attention because you could tell I couldn't walk. If they would have let me walk down that cage by myself, I'd have fell and busted my head open. It'd have been terrible. It'd been a nightmare. So thank y'all for caring about me, Josh and Joe Rogan and UFC. Dana White came in the cage afterwards. And I also fought in front of Chuck Liddell and Donald Trump. And I'm really happy about that. I remember looking at Donald Trump in the face. I remember looking at Chuck Liddell in the face. Like, it was a dream come true. And I'm right back to work on this barn here. So I'm not going to let any of this slow me down. And everybody's making fun of me for thinking that God protected me. And I'm telling y'all right now, he did, because I about met Jesus for real. I mean, it could have been way worse. I could have died. So I'm just so happy that I'm healthy and that after that fight, they really got me right to that ambulance and sat me down. And once I was sat down, my memory came back and I'm fine. But I'm glad that nothing else worse happened than what did. And man, I got a lot to be happy for, and I'm blessed. And thank you and thank God. And I love y'all.
Josh Emmett responded to Bryce saying, "Glad you're all right. It was an honor to fight you. God bless." He also reposted Bryce's video. He wrote, "Class act. Wish the sport had more fighters like Bryce Mitchell." Belal Muhammad has harsh words for Leon Edwards and Colby Covington. Belal said, "Honestly, it was a joke to the division. That's what happens when you get a bum off the couch who's been out for 2 years, who didn't deserve the shot, and he goes out there and didn't back up all the talk. For Leon Edwards, you should have backed up your talk too. For what Colby said, he deserved to have his jaw broken. I thought Leon should have went out there, he should have embarrassed him and put it on him. But he played that little game. So I think the UFC knows who's next. I need to get in there. I need to make the welterweight division great again because I'm going to come to fight every single fight. I'm going to be in your face nonstop 100%. There's not going to be no breathing at all for Leon Edwards. I'm going to make him look to his corner and his coach is going to repeat that same statement. Don't let him bully you, son. He's going to say that every single round. And once the fight's over, he's going to say you let him bully you, son. That's what I'm going to do to him. I'm going to bully him. I'm ready. He didn't take no damage at all. Colby had like 500 strikes, probably one of them was significant. They're all mosquito bites, so Leon Edwards probably just has to go take a quick shower, brush all that dirt off, and he'll be good to go. I hope he doesn't go on his long tour again. He's very inactive. Stay in the gym, stay ready to go. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready to go. You can call me on a week's notice, I'm ready to go. It doesn't matter when the UFC calls, I just want this title fight. In the words of the famous George St. Pierre, Dana, please give me my shot. Tom Aspinall believes Alex Pereira was sizing him up recently. Tom says that in his head, Alex fully believes that he could come up to heavyweight and beat him.
Well, listen to this, right? We're in New York. He was quite frosty when I met him. We went to did the press conference. We sat next to each other. He was literally, I was here, he was there. Got off the press conference, and my dad said, "Oh, like, how was it?" I said, "You know that Alex Pereira?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "He thinks he can beat me, you know." And my dad was like, "What do you mean?" I don't know. I can just tell. I literally could feel off him. I felt like he was like sizing me up a little bit. I almost got the feeling from him like I would get from an opponent before I would fight him. Do you know what I mean?
Because
like,
he had it in his mind.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know. I might have been reading the situation completely wrong. But when I saw that headline that he's moving up to heavyweight, he's going to move up to heavyweight, I was like, that does make a bit of sense.
What do you make of that fight between you and him? I mean, what a striking match it could make.
I think it makes for an amazing fight, to be honest. As I said to you, I've never turned a fight down in my life, so can't be in.
In yesterday's video, we reported on Sean Strickland admitting to crying on a recent podcast with Theo Von. On X, Sean wrote, "So I did a podcast with Theo. Goddamn wall broke a little bit. Allergies started to act up. It wasn't my finest moment. Damn demons. I don't know what to do now. I think I need to go buy an iPhone and a Tesla, adopt a cat, all vegan diet, maybe start f***ing dudes, I don't know. LMAO. A fan replied, "Are you excited to see Strickland crying?" Sean replied, "It was bad. That little bitch cry. You know, the one where you prep talk yourself the whole time in your head? Stop it, you What's wrong with you? Man up, LMAO. I think I almost bit a hole through my lip trying to stop." Today, Sean posted this photo of him and Theo to X. Sean reveals that Theo offered to delete the podcast, and even though Sean kind of wanted him to, they're still going to upload it. He wrote, "PTSD can make a strong man weak or a weak man strong. Years and years of abuse changes you as a man. The hate just doesn't go away. The sad truth is, I'm one of millions, but I only matter because there is a camera in my face. Most people just suffer in silence and drown their demons in alcohol or drugs. Theo, thanks for saying that you'd delete the video for me. I wanted you to. Hell, still kinda do. But at the end of the day, it's life." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one from Doom Studios says the UFC 296 prelims were honestly way more entertaining and exciting than the main card itself, but Josh Emmett knockout of Bryce Mitchell was nasty. The second one's from Joshua, says even Colby doesn't believe that Wonder Boy has the heart to talk smack about him. And the final one says nearly 48 hours later, and I still want my $70 back from Colby. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.